Today's topic of discussion is someone has to give. So one of the main reasons why relationships are breaking down is because men are giving in to women. Meaning that whatever a woman wants, the guy is doing. So he's giving her what she wants. This is leading to relationships breaking down and failing because men have no set standard anymore. So we're going to be discussing some key points of why it needs to be the woman that needs to give in rather than the man. So first point is frame. So masculine frame is really, really important. So let's say you're having a conversation with a girl and you're speaking to her, right? And then you're having a disagreement on something. Now, if a woman has a respectful conversation with you and she's respectfully disagreeing with you, then you can have a civilized conversation. But if it's a situation, right, where she's starting to shout at you, she's starting to, let's say, disrespect you, she's not trying to have a respectful conversation with you, then it needs to be right where you need to let her know, okay, I'm going to have to stop communicating with you if you continue to do this. So it's a constant push and pull, isn't it? So until it gets to the point, right, where if she keeps on doing it, you apply no contact to her, and then after the no contact period, it needs to be her that needs to reach out and apologize. Yeah? But guys are not going to do this. Guys are going to give in. This is what the problem is. Guys, you guys need to realize, right, she cannot respect you if you give in. So if, for example, you was respectful with her, you told her, your standard, your requirements, and then you was having a respectful conversation with her, and then let's say you were speaking to her for marriage purposes and trying your best to do it the correct way, and then she was trying to cut it off with you and she was trying to, show disrespect, then it needs to be her that needs to reach out to you. She needs to apologize for what she done previously because she made a mistake. But guys, what they'll do is they'll apologize. What are you guys apologizing for? If you are in the correct and you know you're in the right, and then you was respectful with her, and then you told her, look, this is what it is, and then she's not trying to cooperate with you, she's not trying to communicate with you properly, why are you giving in to her? It's really important, guys. This is where it comes back to frame, masculine frame, and it goes back to even relationships, right? 5 years, 10 years in, and then let's say you stop communicating with your partner for X amount of days. It needs to be the woman who needs to try and fix the relationship, because you as a man can live without her, whereas she needs you. Do you understand? Women need a protector and provider. So don't let society come along and tell you, women don't need men, this feminism movement and so on. That's what's destroying a lot of relationships. That's how God has made it, where a woman needs a man to provide for him, for him to provide for her and for him to protect her. Do you understand? So that's really important, because if you guys are switching the dynamics, you're pushing her into her masculine frame then. If you're trying to fix the relationship and you're trying to communicate with her and she's not trying to communicate with you, her respect's going to be going down. And then, as I said to you guys from the previous videos, respect equals love. So it's really important, guys. Set that frame from the get-go. So tell her, look, this is what it is. This is what my set standard here. This is what I'm bringing to the table. It's either you're happy with it or you're not happy with it. And if she's saying, oh yeah, I don't think this is going to work out, this and that. And you tell her, look, fine, no worries. It was good speaking to you. I'm going to continue speaking to other girls. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, right, when you actually display that level of confidence and you actually move on and you actually start talking to other girls, she won't let you go. She'll always be thinking about you. You'll be at the back of her mind. That's what I said previously as well to you guys. Girls don't forget about the men of value, the men that they had a high amount of respect for. So with girls, right, any interactions that I've had with girls over the years, I'm telling you, they ain't forgotten about me. This is what it is. Girls, a year, 2 years, 3 years, certain times hit me up with a message, direct message. Certain times I get it in New Year's Day. After like New Year's Day, certain girls have hit me up. They're like, oh, what you been up to, X, Y, Z. But these girls here, right, they weren't trying to get on the same page previously. And then even certain times after that, they're still not trying to apologize. And guess what? I can't communicate with them. Because they're not trying to apologize for their previous bad behavior. So that leads us to the next point when it comes to respect. Respect is missing in a lot of relationships in today's time. Respect is the foundation of all relationships. So if you're communicating with a woman respectfully, you're not swearing at her, you're not abusing her or anything like that, and you're talking to her politely, and you're telling her, look, this is what it is, you're firm in who you are as a person, and she's having a respectful conversation with you, then you can have a healthy relationship there. The problem is, right, relationships in today's time, in particular, they're becoming unhealthy and toxic. More relationships are becoming unhealthy as the time has gone on, is because that respect is missing. It's missing from a lot of relationships, both from the man's side and the woman's side. Do you understand? And we look to the best example, which is Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. How he conducted himself. So he even had 9 wives at one point. He had multiple wives and he treated them fairly and treated them with respect. And vice versa. His wives respected him and they done the best they could. Do you understand? So it's really important, guys. You guys have that foundation as respect. And you tell a woman, look, I don't need no love from you. I don't need no affection. I don't need nothing. All I need is just respect. That right there is what's going to be needed for me to continue speaking to you. Because as soon as respect goes missing and she's not showing that respect anymore, guess what? You're going to have to stop communicating with her. You're going to have to move on. This ain't going to work out. So it's really important, guys. Next point is obey. So if you've said to a woman, right, to do something simple, let's say you've told her, to make a cake for you. So that's what I tell you guys. Anytime you speak to a girl for marriage purposes, when you're starting to communicate with her, tell her, look, to make a cake for you, for a meetup, to put in some effort to show that she actually loves you and cares about you. Now, if the woman turns around and says, I ain't doing that, this and that. So this woman here, right, you're going to be basically providing for her, protecting her, making sure she is in a really comfortable position for the next 20, 30, 40 years or so. And she can't even be bothered to be like, oh yeah, let me just make a cake for this guy. What kind of woman is that? That's not a kind of woman who you guys want to be dealing with. Do you understand? If you're going to be providing for her for the rest of your life, and for her to be, let's say, a housewife, and for her to raise the children, and for her to get certain things that she wants, she needs to give to you as well. You understand? And it goes back to obedience. When that woman shows obedience, and she does do that for you, and she does make a cake for you, that lets you know that, right, this woman here is marriage material. Does that make sense, guys? So even after that point where, let's say you're in a relationship with her and she's starting to disobey you, she's not trying to listen to you, it's because she's losing respect for you. Right? So when she's losing respect for you, then you need to withdraw your attention and communication from her. And you carry on working on your purpose. So guys say, oh yeah, what am I supposed to do when I'm in a relationship? Well, it's really simple. You carry on working on your purpose. You carry on focusing on that, and you spend more time on that until the woman realizes, right, okay, I've annoyed this guy, I've irritated him. He's not communicating with me. I need to reach out to him. So when she reaches out to him, he's going to reciprocate that now. So that's what it is with me. Like anytime a girl is not showing good communication, as soon as she starts to communicate with me, I'm happy to reciprocate that. Because that's what it is. You're matching the level of interest and energy. But she needs to put effort in from her side. Does that make sense, guys? So that leads to the final point when it comes to love. A woman needs to love the man more than the man loves the woman in order for a relationship to work. Now, I'm not saying, the man should never love a woman and should be heartless and emotionless. I'm not saying that, right? So if a man shows his love to a woman, he's making sure he's providing for her, he's protecting her, making sure she is being looked after, and she's assisting him on his purpose. That right there is what love is to a man. What love is to a real man. He doesn't need to be constantly reminded and praised and constantly be told, oh yeah, this and that, and you need to go do this and you need to go do that. For her to just give him compliments and for her to just like do small gestures and to say that, oh yeah, you're a really good man, you're somebody who takes care of me, and she's always giving him positive reassurance. That right there is what love is to a man. And I guarantee you that guy there, he's going to provide for her and he's going to do whatever is needed to give her the best life. But the thing is, right, guys think that doing that for a woman is what's going to lead to better results. So I'm going to explain that. So when it comes to a man, right, he'll think that, if I give her more compliments, if I start showering her with more attention, and I stop working on my purpose and I just focus on her completely, then that's going to make her fall in love with me even more. That's not how it works. Women will not fall in love with that guy and will not love that guy because that guy there, his attention is removed from his purpose. You understand? So you guys here need to be locked in on your purpose each and every single day. That's what I've mentioned from all the other previous videos. Purpose always comes first. If you guys haven't figured out your purpose in life, you're not ready for a relationship. This is the reality of it. A lot of guys in society haven't figured out their purpose. They don't know what they're doing in life. They're not people who are trying to become the best versions of themselves. They're literally slacking. They're trying to play mediocre and they're just playing the safe bet. In life, right, it's either you go for the riskier side and actually try and do something which is different, or you can be like 98% of the population and just do what they're doing. And those people there, they are living miserable lives. Do you understand? They do their 9 to 5, they come home and then they argue with their partner and back and forth. That's not healthy, is it? So just to wrap up, frame. So when it links back to the title of the video, someone has to give. That's what it is. Woman, she's going to need to give. That's what it is. For her to start communicating with you again, and for her to have a relationship with you, she needs to come with correct behavior. And then when she reaches out to you, you're going to be the guy who's going to reciprocate that. You'll reply to her as well. And you'll tell her, look, I'm happy for XYZ to continue speaking to her. Yeah, don't be like these red pill jokers and like, oh yeah, you cannot tell a woman anything, or you don't want her show her that you care about her. As I said, these guys here, right, they live miserable, pathetic lives. So you let a woman know that, look, if she reaches out to you, you let her know that you appreciate the fact is that she's respectfully reaching out to you. You know, because with the no contact, when the break of the no contact is after however many days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, can go on for flipping even several months. But if she's apologized for her previous mistakes and her bad behavior, then you need to accept her apology for that. Don't be all, butthurt. That's what happens to a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys are just all butthurt. They're all upset. They're like, this woman here, she wasn't communicating with me. She cut me off, this and that. I don't want to talk to her anymore. Look, you can make that choice whether or not you can stop communicating with her. If she is trying to play stupid games with you and just try and manipulate you, then feel free to just stop communicating with her. But if you see value within her and you think that this person here is potentially wife material, then you should continue communicating with her and speaking with her. So the next point after that was respect. Respect needs to be maintained at all times to the highest level. So when you've got respect as your foundation, she always talks to you respectfully. That right there is your love language. That right there, when people talk about, what's your love language? All them love language they list out. My love language is respect. That's what it is. Girl shows same respect to me, I'll reciprocate that. So if a girl is communicating with me, let's say she'll message me. I'll message her back and I'll reply to her. Do you understand? Next point after that was obey. So gave you guys the cake example. So when you speak to a girl for marriage purposes, test her with the cake to see whether or not she's actually going to bake a cake for you. Because if she does, right, and she's being obedient and she's showing cooperation, she shows that she cares about you, that woman there, right, is wife material. That woman there is of value. You understand? That's really important. You guys here need to get a woman to do something for you. So when she shows obedience towards you, that is really, really attractive. And that right there is what a woman is of value. That woman's a real woman of value. It ain't like all these other stupid women who are just running around thinking, I can be a boss babe type girl, and then I can just make my own money, and then I can just wear all these dirty outfits and talk to all these different guys. Those women there, they're not women of value. Women of value, literally, when they see a man of value, right, they're locked in on him. They're just focused on him, trying to get with him. So final point was love. That's what it is. A woman needs to love you more. So when a woman loves you more and she's thinking about you more and she's obsessed with you, that right there is really, really attractive. That right there shows that the woman cares, and she shows that this woman here is constantly thinking about you. So with that, right, that's a woman who's marriage material, because she loves you more than you love her, and that relationship can work. Do you understand? But a lot of guys, right, they don't experience that. They don't know what that's like. So they're putting in more effort, more time, more energy, and the woman's not reciprocating that. Hence why she eventually just leaves him. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.